How do you fight an enemy that doesn't fear death? You manipulate them from the inside until the monsters wipe each other out.
So I think we could all agree that Ghost Recon Wildlands came out of the middle of nowhere, and now it's the Division versus Ghost Recon Wildlands. Hey guys, what's up? It's Robbie with Open World Games, and we've got brand new details about Ghost Recon Wildlands. There's quite a bit, so go ahead and use that video guide in the description below to skip ahead to the info you seek. So what about the classes in Ghost Recon Wildlands? That's a really good question. And also, will this game be able to be played offline as a complete single player experience? So, for the classes in this game, you can expect the same system as the Division. That is, it's going to be a classless system apparently, because behind closed doors, each ghost was able to rotate between different skills and abilities freely as they explored the open world. So that's pretty cool. I really do dig this system. But what about single player? Can we expect this game to have single player? As you know, the Division does not allow you to play offline. You know, you have to always be connected. Well, Ghost Recon Wildlands allows you to play offline completely as a single player experience, and as a bonus, when you go offline, your co-op buddies become AI partners that help you explore the world and tackle quests. This sounds so epic. I was thrilled to finally hear this. I don't know why the Division hasn't adopted the same system. Hopefully this doesn't change, of course. I really don't want to hear that, oh, even as a single player experience, you have to be online. Because I know how crappy and shitty some of your internet connections are all over the world. So this is looking really good for Ghost Recon Wildlands. But please stick to it. Don't tell us that this is going to require an online connection. That would suck. So I hate when I make mistakes in videos. When the map zoomed out, we saw icons appearing. Now, I was extremely tired when I made that video. It was straight after E3, but I said that those are possibly other players in the game world. No, those were missions, and we have more details about the mission structure in the game. But guys, thank you so much for pointing out my errors. I would never learn from them if it wasn't for you guys. But the new missions include capturing, assassinating, upgrading your gear. Maybe you'll find a gear item and upgrade it in that way. Destroying cocaine stocks, eliminating checkpoints. So it sounds like there's going to be checkpoints that you're going to have to be careful, much like Far Cry 2 and Far Cry 3. So you're also going to have to take out boat patrols on the rivers and on the water, which sounds like a lot of fun. It adds a ton of variety to that vehicular combat. Also, you'll have to capture high-value targets like the mayor, lieutenants, and then also rescue hostages and steal relics. Now, I would imagine that would be part of the economy where you steal a relic. You may be able to resell it or something like that. So I think that there will be a robust economy in Ghost Recon Wildlands. But as you may have noticed, there's going to be lieutenants and mayors in the game, high-ranking officials that you will have to take on. This system, I'm crossing my fingers, acts a lot like Shadow of Mordor. Someone out there is going to pick up on how good of a system that was and implement it in an online game like this, and I think it could be Ghost Recon Wildlands. Crossing my fingers. And although the nighttime and the weather effects look gorgeous, get this, apparently they will affect actual gameplay. This is the stuff I love, when graphics influence the gameplay. So when it's raining and storming, you have a better chance of sneaking up on your enemies, and of course at nighttime your enemy's vision cone will be lessened. So that's really good to hear. The same thing is going to also be true about the Division, but I really do love when the graphics actually influence gameplay. So what about the setting and story? Well, this is not going to be a sequel to Ghost Recon Future Soldier. In fact, it is going to take place before that game, more in a present day setting, but rumor has it you will be playing as the same characters, which is really interesting. So you'll be able to get back with the Hunter Squad and really explore the land together as a group. But for the actual narrative in the game, you can experience it in any order, so you can take on any mission at any time. Now, this can be both a good thing or a bad thing. Because of this, the story might be watered down. I'm not too sure about that. I don't expect the story to be the main priority here, in other words. So expect the open world, playing with friends and taking on missions and upgrading your gear to really be the focus of Ghost Recon Wildlands. which sounds really cool, but I do hope they have some sort of story in this game. I would really like cutscenes, to be honest with you. Something to really push the narrative along, so hopefully something like that ends up in the game. So I've got time for one comment. Remember to submit your comments down below for a chance for them to end up right here on your screen. So this one comes from Alexander Ubelis, who goes on to say, I have never played the last Ghost Recon, but explain this to me. Will you be able to remove the option of going into first person while aiming or not? That's a good question. Honestly, I don't know, but from the trailer, it was so prevalent, I would expect for it to be a permanent fixture to the game. I don't think they're going to have an option to toggle that off and on. But I think you will be able to shoot from third person, of course. In Ghost Recon Future Soldier, you did have the option of doing either or, but a lot of times you did end up aiming down the sights. It was just so important to getting those headshots. So I would expect to be using that first person view. Let me know what you guys actually think about that. Do you prefer this game to be 100% first or third person? Do you like how they have mixed and matched both of them, where you zoom in and you see down the iron sights? Please let me know in the comments below. So Ghost Recon Wildlands, it looks pretty damn cool, but it has no set release date, unfortunately. Hopefully they can make a fall 2016 release date. I'm not too sure if they're going to be able to do that. You'd have the Division in spring, and then suddenly Ghost Recon Wildlands, which doesn't give a lot of time or room for the Division. So this will be very interesting to see UB's strategy. Honestly, personal opinion here, I think they've announced the game so early, we'll see this game in 2017. That is a personal opinion. But guys, thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more Ghost Recon Wildlands and open world gaming goodness. And I will see you next time.
So, what's our next target?